What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. I want to focus in on a nice piece Ryan Kennedy from Hockey News put together. I did something similar. I'll get to it in a couple minutes, but did it a few months ago, or actually about a year, close to 2 years ago. But the NCAA in California, I've been pushing for it for years. I mean, even as a kid watching college hockey, I mean, you're just imagining like if all the great college football powerhouses. I remember when I was a kid watching USC and University of Miami. Schools like that, they had college hockey. First of all, I just want to add one thing. The team Kennedy put together, again, it was kind of a fantasy thing. They'd have a lot of kids from Minnesota and New England going out there because, who wants to freeze their tail off in, St. Paul or Boston when you can be out in California, out at UCLA, USC, one of those programs. And if you saw the piece I did a couple years ago, it was the Pac-12 hockey, what schools would have it, what schools want it, what schools could carry it, judging upon, the statistics regarding youth hockey in that state and, the regions more than anything. I think I have, Fresno State as an honorary member, Fresno, San Diego State, those kind of outlier schools would definitely factor in. UNLV would be another one, obviously Jason Zucker making the show. But, I just want to talk about some of the players, Again, I've been high on a lot of them for a long time. Matt Nieto, a huge fan of the power play. It's funny talking about him playing college hockey. I got a stick in my room. He scored 2 goals against University of Maine when he gave it to me after the game. Really nice kid, and good to see him doing big things, even though the Sharks have gone home. And the biggest thing, he left BU early. A couple of these guys played major junior, but had they enrolled and played college hockey, they'd still have eligibility. So having, Nieto, Edom, you get some speed on the wings. Cardelas, good mixture of grit and offensive ability. Chase Delia probably be an early enrollee. I think he's a October, November birthday, so he'd be 17 for the first part of the year. And obviously Grimaldi, I just did the piece on earlier. But the one name that stands out here is Liam Stewart. He doesn't mention the piece because he's mentioned him as a hockey player, but the UCLA football program has, I know P. Diddy's son's on the team. There's a couple other prominent players, and Notre Dame football's got I think Bon Jovi, Dave Robinson, and Dave Robinson played for the San Antonio Spurs. And someone else who's really, really famous. Their sons are on the team, and I just think it's funny. Liam Stewart, who's chalked out the power play a time or two, his dad's Rod Stewart. And that gives you a celebrity kind of Hollywood connection, the cachet, which would be pretty cool. And Ian McCoshen, I realized from BC, was actually born in Seal Beach, California, and then went out to Wisconsin when he was a kid. When he was a youngster, Scott Savage, BC, Thatcher Demko, BC, and I really think that this team would be it wouldn't be a bad team. There'd be worse teams in college hockey. Trust me on that. But I like the idea. I like the premise. And another thing I like that Kennedy pointed out was for the incoming recruiting class, Nolan Stevens from the U.S. development team to go to Northeastern. His dad's John Stevens, the coach. I've been high on Nolan Stevens for a long time. I like his game. Back when he was with the Junior Kings, and I don't know why he's not getting a little bit more buzz. Is he going to be a high-end prospect? No, but do I think he has a little bit of grit and a little bit of moxie in his game that I like? Yeah. And would I invest a 6th or 7th round pick in him? Absolutely. But, good job by Kennedy on this. And, again, I hope that the more we talk about it, the more it gains credence and you can, maybe it happens. NCAA hockey in California. I'd love to see it in the next, 10, 12, 15 years. I think it's a realistic possibility with the amount of college and, major junior talent coming out of the state. And one of my arguments was for all the kids that are going to major junior hockey in California, they never grew up watching college hockey. The way a kid in New England or Michigan, growing up in Boston, getting to go to the Beanpot, getting to go see, BC, BU, Harvard, Northeastern, just within a, Merrimack province, these teams that aren't that, aren't outside of 45 minutes away, and you want to get that in California. But, we'll see what happens. Hopefully the pipe dream becomes a reality. Anyway, that's our next episode of the Power Play with CJ on the Ryan Kennedy piece involving NCAA hockey in California and what this NCAA dream team would look like. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the playoffs and beyond. Later, guys.